Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having a fantastic um, holiday Christmas weekend. Um, Hope everybody out there has had a Merry Christmas. Um, Today, the topic will be we need to talk about depression. And I saw a video the other day of a guy. He gave a talk on why we need to talk about depression. It was back in 2013, I believe. And I believe he was 19 at the time. And it was an 11-minute talk he gave. And it was just so insightful that I actually, while I was watching, I actually stopped the video to take notes because he was just so insightful with what he said. And he actually talked about um, how he basically lived two different lives. Um, he was talking about the fact that he was basically um, living one life, which was a good student, um, a guy who was always at the parties, a guy who was did well in school, a guy who was sort of like a stand-up comedian or something like that, and he was seen by others as a brother or a friend, um, or whatnot, and there was the person that he knew, the person that he knew, um, which was he was struggling mightily with depression, and he was still struggling with it, even when he was giving the speech. And he also said something very interesting, um, that is also true as well. He said depression. Some people out there think that depression is just sadness or whatnot, like breaking up with your girlfriend, not getting a job that you wanted. Uh, that's sadness, and that's natural. Um, he said depression is feeling sad when everything is going right, and and I can definitely relate to that. Um, there was a time between 2009 and 2010 where everything was going pretty good for me, but yet I was still depressed. And he also mentioned the fact that he was suicidal as well. And he was sitting on the edge of his bed and he had some pills with him and he almost ended his life, but he didn't. And depression is sort of like um, chicken pox. Hate to bring chicken pox into it, but no, you just can't beat it once and then it goes away. I mean, it stays with you. Um, it stayed with me ever since the day I graduated high school, and it's still here with, and it's still here with me, and it's still here with me to today, and it's still with me to today. Um, he also talked about how every 30 seconds somebody takes their life because of depression. Um, he also talked about the fact that for a large part of his life, he feared himself. He feared his truth, vulnerability, honesty, and he felt like he was backed into a corner. Um, and there was nothing that he could basically do but being depressed and wanting to end his life. And depression is sort of like a voice in your head that you can't escape, a roommate that you cannot kick out or something. It's like it's like a stubborn problem that you can't get rid of, and so um, and it pretty much affects you, um, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Um, and the stigma is what adds to it, um, holding it in and not wanting to, not wanting people to think that you are crazy or whatnot. Um, Stigma. Um, when I first became depressed, I was not even aware of a stigma being around depression and people being suicidal. Um, I wasn't aware of the stigma at the time. Um, I just believed that it was nobody's business to know what I was going through. And as the years went on, I eventually discovered the stigma that goes behind that. And the stigma is telling somebody and they automatically run away from you. Um, that's the stigma. And people thinking that you are crazy. People thinking you are crazy. You tell them what you're going through, and they automatically say, well, you're crazy. That's the stigma associated with depression. Um, it's probably one of the most least discussed topics when it comes to mental illness. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem talking about it. Um, I did at first. I did have a problem talking about it at first because um, I was not too comfortable with people knowing what I was going through and them knowing my business. But um, one of the reasons I um, started this channel is because I wanted to reach people who are afraid of talking, and I just wanted to let them know that hey, it is okay to talk to somebody. Um, and Depression does not make you weak. Depression does not make you crazy, and oftentimes people think holding it in is a sign of strength. Holding it in is a sign of strength. And I completely reject that. I completely reject that. Um, Strength is asking for help. That's the real strength right there. Um, I reject. I reject holding it in. It's showing true strength. You know what holding it in gets you? It gets you even more depressed. It gets you anger issues, and it gets you um, looking for things that looking for things, other sources of other sources of what would I say, pleasure or healing. Um, Holding it in got me even more depressed. Led to real volatile anger issues. It led to trust issues, insecurity, and also if you watch my last video, you know, obviously bullying was a factor. You know, that was a factor too. But just not telling nobody, holding it in, that didn't work for me. And thinking I could be there by myself didn't work for me neither. And we need to have conversations about depression, suicide, mental illness. We just need to come together and just have a conversation about that. The more conversations we have, the less stigma will be removed. And I was also watching another video. People were describing what they were feeling when they were depressed or whatnot. And towards the end of this video that I watched, this guy had the most amazing saying of all time, I think. Well, not the most amazing saying of all time, but it was a good saying. He said, "The challenge is a thorn, but the outcome is a rose." In other words, what he means is the challenge is working on your depression, recovering from depression, healing from all those thorns that you have in you, and the outcome is a rose. The challenge is a thorn, but the outcome is a rose. So, for anybody out there who's watching this who may be struggling with depression, you are not crazy. You are someone. You are loved. You matter to a lot of people. You matter, and you are loved. And I just want to reiterate this saying again. The challenge is a thorn, but the outcome is a rose. And I love that saying because it's been challenging for me. No, I'm 35, and I'm just now healing. Every day is a healing process, and so the challenge is a thorn, but the outcome is a rose. So remember that. Thank you for watching this video about depression. We need to talk about depression. Thank you to all my subscribers. May God bless you all. I'm just very, very happy and blessed that I'm reaching people, and I'm very, very happy that I'm doing that. That was my that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to reach people. Just let them know that, hey, it's okay not to be okay. And I'm very, very happy that I've reached people, and hopefully I can reach a whole lot more. Thank you. May God bless you. I'm out. Peace.